Hey, paisanos, do you know what time it is? Luigi time! For a man who has a giant L on his forehead, Luigi takes W after W. He has his own mansion, he gets the objectively better princess, and much like the blobfish, he's genetically perfect. You already know all of that, so listen up, because you might not know that Luigi has an extensive list of voice actors. I think there are like 8, and as of 42 minutes ago, I'm the world's leading expert on them. So let's journey far before the year of Luigi itself, because together, we're gonna answer once and for all which Luigi is the best Luigis of all the Luigis. And we're gonna do it with this, the stash of Luigi-ness. And if you want to rank the voice actors while we go, there's a link in the description to a tier list template that I made. I'd love to hear your thoughts. There are 3 main things that I love about the Super Mario Bros. Super Show. Number 1, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Yes, that's a real thing. Number 2, the sound effects and the soundtrack. And number 3, the titular brothers themselves. And boy, oh boy, oh boy, Danny Wells was phenomenal as Luigi. Take a listen.
I was born with a plunger in my hand.
I know. Boy was awfully hard on Mom.
It is tickle torture. It's not funny.
Neatness counts.
That's right, Mario. And by the way, a little piece of spaghetti on your overall.
In an interview, Danny Wells recalled, the Super Mario Bros. Didn't exist at the time. The Super Mario Bros. Was just a video game. They didn't talk, they didn't have a second name, they didn't have a job. They were just little icons in a video game. We took a nothing and turned them into living, breathing characters. I would definitely agree with him. The personalities of Mario and Luigi really shine in this series, and the heart of that comes from, of course, the writers, but especially by Wells and the rest of the cast. However, despite the pioneering of these characters and the love that was put into them, Nintendo basically said, 1 season's good enough. And I wouldn't be so mad about that if this show didn't have 2 seasons. We're starting out strong with this one. Wells gave depth and heart to Luigi, which makes his rendition a mustache maestro. When many people think about classic Luigi, they remember Tony Rosato's take. Fun fact, Tony Rosato was actually born in Naples, Italy, the birthplace of pizza. I think he should get automatic bonus points for that. But even if you put the Italian heritage aside, his Luigi is often considered to be the definitive one.
That's Mama Luigi to you, Mario! That'll teach you to mess with my new little buddy, Yoshi!
His voice had a higher register, it was slightly more airy and a bit throaty, but it kept the playful, bumbling charm of the predecessor. Overall, I think it's a perfect voice for the cartoon version of Luigi.
Mario, wherever you are, yeah!
On a very personal note, I watch a lot of Mario and Luigi memes, and I consistently hear impressions of Tony Rosato's Luigi more than any other actor, even Charles Martinet. Rosato was a memorable chapter for lots of people. Saturday Night Live paid tribute to Rosato after he died of a heart attack. Additionally, Andrew Dickman commissioned and directed the Mama Luigi project, a beautiful collaboration that had 227 animators and artists participate, and it was dedicated to Tony Rosato and Harvey Atkin. This is another mustache maestro. Tony Rosato added a lot of humor to Luigi's personality, making him endearing in his own zany way. One of Luigi's first games that he starred in was Mario is Missing. Couldn't really find much about Bob Sorenson on the internet, but I did find these voice clips from the game.
I'm practically a popsicle, Mario. Are we there yet? The Brooklyn what? Hey, look it, there's his pad. Say, I left my toothbrush back in the Big Apple. Bowser's one rascally reptile.
I honestly think it's kind of fun, and the accent is pretty spot on as well. I just wish that he would have been a little bit less matter-of-fact, I guess. I think Luigi should be more animated and clumsy and lovable. This is a moderate mo. While it's a decent attempt, and Luigi's essence is almost there, it just doesn't quite fit the bill. We're going back to Hotel Mario, baby. 20% game, 30% lucid nightmare, and 100% experience. Marc Graue was featured in this title and voiced not only Luigi, but Mario and Bowser as well, which is something that not many actors can claim. The fact that he voiced all 3 is quite the flex.
How are we gonna find the princess with the power going out? I hope she made lots of spaghetti. Looks are deceiving when Koopas are involved. That's that creepy Bowser's laugh. Look!
All in all, I find his Luigi to be pretty good. I think the nasal quality works well for the character, and his campy, over-the-top delivery fits the game perfectly. I just don't necessarily think it's the best Luigi on the list. So because of that, I'm putting Marc Graue's Luigi as a moderate Mo. In 1993, the movie Super Mario Bros. Was released. And while I'm sure I don't need to tell you that it is, let's say, allegedly a bad movie, it also has a surprisingly strong fan base, which, good job, guys. That's good for you.
Your name's Daisy, isn't it? I overheard your name was Daisy. You know, I haven't heard that name around here. It's really nice, too. It's a pleasure to meet me. It's a pleasure to meet you.
From all of the interviews and all of the media that I consumed while researching, it's clear to me that John Leguizamo really loved his role of Luigi, and he still loves it. However, there's a big difference between Luigi the idea and Luigi the man. And my take is that this movie brought Luigi the man to life, but it also totally missed the mark on Luigi the idea, which means that in this show, Luigi was just a man. I don't feel like he was really Luigi. Basically, it's not his fault. I just think Luigi would have also been better if the Goombas didn't look like this. This show is memorable, but ultimately, this Luigi misses the Luigi mark. As a quick side note, if you ever want to get a terrible tattoo, trust the fungus. That's up there. Could you do worse? Could you do worse than trust the fungus? I don't think you could. Julien Bardakoff is a former Nintendo employee who was involved with translation and localization in France. He actually helped give French names to every Pokemon in the first 2 generations, which is pretty cool. But he also has a very cool Luigi origin story. You're going to think that I made this up, but I promise I didn't. I found that... He tells the story himself in an interview. Okay, so basically, Julien was in Japan, and he was having lunch, and he was talking to some other people who worked at Nintendo. He asked one of them, "Oh, what game are you working on?" And the Nintendo employee said, "Mario Kart 64. And Julien was like, "No way. I love that game. Could I come over and play it?" And I guess the other employee was just chill like that, because Julien got to go and play Mario Kart 64 while it was still in development. But while he was playing it, he realized that Yoshi was the only character with a voice. So this absolute legend asks the Nintendo employee if he can voice Toad. And the Nintendo employee is like, I don't know, that would be kind of hard. And then Julien responds, "Would you do it if I gave you this French print Shivan Dragon Magic the Gathering card?" Julien met Koji Kondo, recorded some voice lines for Toad, and then halfway through, Koji Kondo said, "Actually, you're more of a Luigi guy. We're gonna use these for Luigi instead." So now, the Japanese version of Mario Kart 64 has Julien Bardakoff as Luigi. Additionally, they also used Julien's voice for Super Mario Excitebike, Mario Party 1 and 2, and Mario Kart Super Circuit.
Here we go! Mamma mia! Luigi is the top!
Julien's work is often underappreciated by Nintendo's American audience, but his Luigi captures the spirit of the character very well. Everything needed for a good Luigi is here. This is a top-tier Tash. I don't think I could possibly say anything about Charles Martinet that hasn't already been said, but that isn't gonna stop me. Charles Martinet actually came up with Luigi's voice on the spot while doing this live motion capture performance.
I'm doing Mario in real time, and I've got this hockey mask helmet that's like stuck on my head. I had it molded to my head, and these kids always come up to the TV set, and they go, "Hey, Mario, can we please speak to your brother Luigi?" And I say, "Hey, Luigi! Yeah? What do you want? Want to come up and say hello to everybody?" No, I'm too shy. Besides, I'm in the kitchen making spaghetti meatballs. "Hey, Luigi! Pretty please?" "Oh, no, I'm sorry. Can't do it, too shy." We didn't have Luigi as the character made, right? So otherwise I would have got, sure, I'll bring him out,
And that voice he came up with on the spot was used for Luigi from 1996 to 2023.
Luigi, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, but it's Super Luigi Galaxy.
Martinet strikes a perfect balance between Luigi's moments of self-doubt and his moments of bravery, making him endearing and relatable. To myself and to most of you, this is the definitive Luigi. He, of course, is a mustache maestro. They made another Mario movie, but this time it's animated, and apparently Donkey Kong is just gonna look like this from now on. That's crazy. I was pleasantly surprised with Charlie Day as Luigi. He was actually my favorite character in the film, and my biggest wish from that movie is that they would have shown him just a bit more.
Mario! Yeah, he's my brother Mario, and he's the best guy in the world!
His voice is high-pitched, it's nervous, it's expressive, just like how you would want it to be. But if I were to cherry pick, I guess I just wish it had more of a unique characterization. Maybe a Brooklyn accent, or just something to make it more distinctly Luigi. I'm optimistic for the next movie. I just hope Luigi is in it just a bit more. Moderate Mo.
How do you pronounce Kevin Afghani?
Afghani.
Oh, it is Afghani. Okay. Kevin Afghani honors the legacy that Charles Martinet left behind. Especially in Mario and Luigi Brothership, any casual fan won't be able to tell the difference. What I like most about Afghani's Luigi is that it retains the charm and the whimsy of the character, and I feel like he's a strong fit to carry that legacy forward. Top tier Tash. Alright, it is a tough call on which of these three Luigis is the best Luigi. I honestly think it could be a three-way tie. Danny Wells' Luigi is goofy and lovable, Tony Rosato's was cartoony and iconic, and of course, Charles Martinet is the classic. But like I said before, there's a difference between Luigi the idea and Luigi the man. And if I'm going off of that, my subjective opinion is that Danny Wells takes the cake. He actually was Luigi the idea and Luigi the man.